Hello, welcome to the feeding cat tutorial. This one's Tofu. Oh, she's gotta lick some feet. And then this one's Fuji. He's bigger. You'll see, IRL. She's kinda tiny. Oh my god, you're so cute! Alright, first step of the process. You've gotta come up to this cabinet. We keep their food in there. You'll notice it's tied shut. That's because these dweebs know how to open doors. So you will need to retie it afterwards, but it's just like, not actually tied, it's just kinda wound shut. Yeah, they'll start to linger because they know what's coming. You'll see there may or may not be Tupperware on top of that fridge. If there is, you're gonna need to grab new cans. If there's no Tupperware, there's just in the fridge. There's already half cans in the fridge. Look, I'll step away for a second. He's already trying to open the cabinet. Fat boy move. Tofu cans are these ones. These ones are Fuji cans. And then they both use the dry food. Alright, we found the food. Next step, bowls. The blue one is Tofu's bowl. And then the gray one is Fuji's bowl. It doesn't really matter so long as you get their spots right. Okay, and then we've got here on the top of this pantry, plastic utensils. And you'll just use that. Yay! Right now, Tofu's stinking up the litter box. Yeah, there we go. But normally, she likes to camp the top of this trash can. So you might have to deal with a sneaky peeper. Yeah, okay. With opening the cans, I like to let them lick the lids. Thank you. Brian doesn't, so dealer's choice. Yeah, there's a reason this one's bigger. And you're just gonna put about half of each can in there. The fancy feast is for Fuji. And then the more expensive stuff is for Tofu, because we pay for the cat's food separately, and I like my cat more than Brian likes his cat. Yeah. Oh. After you've got the food in their bowls, you'll grab that Tupperware that was on the fridge, lid that up, put it somewhere in the fridge. At this point in the feeding process, Fuji's probably loud as hell. This is standard. Continue. Yeah. Up next, dry food. We've got a little scooper in here. You'll get some. You're gonna sprinkle just a little bit on Tofu's, and then more on Fuji's. However much they get. This does not have to be exactly half. Either they get the rest of it the next meal, they will live. Though they might try and convince you otherwise, they are known liars, so you don't have to listen to them that much. Okay! Up next, you're just gonna, with tap water, give them a little soup so that they stay hydrated. About this much is good. A little more, a little less. It's not an exact science. Once you've souped the both of them, you're gonna get to stirring a little bit. Solid quality cuisine. When you're done with the fork, there's a solid chance Tofu is going to be sitting on top of the trash can, so you can't throw it away. In that case, you can either just push her off, or you can put down her food bowl first, and she will jump off. Blue one's Tofu with the Royal Canin food. Oh my god. But it's important that her food goes in this spot. Otherwise, he gets confused. Huh? Yeah, like that. Here we go, Fuji! Yay! Okay. Boy move. Boy move. There you go. Wow, look at that. Happy little suckers. This one has a habit of protesting. Because she's not the biggest fan of the fact that there's water in that. Sure, we'll get to it eventually. If she's really not eating, you can just pick her up and put her back down in front of the bowl, and she might go for a little bit more. Otherwise, sometimes she just really likes it when you sit on the floor next to her. She'll keep eating if you're on the floor next to her. Or not. Hi. Last step, just put everything back. The most important part is probably tying it back up. Because they can and will open the cabinet. And there we have it. If you watch Fuji eat too closely, you'll notice that he eats like a 15-year-old makes out. It's pretty gross. Only other word of advice. If you go to the bathroom, you need to lock the door. Because Tofu specifically gets FOMO and knows how to open doors. So he will barge in on you. God, he's so nasty. When you come in, he might be scared of you. He's the most nervous around new people. Tofu doesn't really give a shit. She'll probably be chill. If either of them are being stinkers, gross, dude. In that cabinet, there are some Greenies treats that will win them over, and life will be good. This one will use claws to try and get treats out of you faster if he thinks you're not giving them to him fast enough. So heads up. This one's generally more well-behaved. Other warning, Fuji's so fucking fat that he might try and make moves on Tofu's food. Burger repellent. You need to give it a couple test squirts first. It's pretty effective. Dude. Oh.